Hi, everybody. I just wanted to share something exciting. So this winter, while I had time to do other things, it's still kind of winter here in Alabama. It's February 2026. I took the opportunity to clear out an area and make a new bonsai garden. This is the tea house garden, tea garden that I'm focusing on right now, and there's a bungeon pine in front of it. We'll zoom in on that here in a moment, but I wanted to pan over here to the left and show you this new bonsai garden that I made, and we'll do a little walkthrough, take a look at it. I think it turned out pretty good. I'm happy with it. So I'm just going to kind of move through and look at some of the trees and see how this turned out. Here to the right is the bungeon I was talking about that I just made out of a longleaf pine here in Alabama. They're everywhere, and you can just you can dig them up and make some pretty cool trees out of them. So I'm pretty happy with this bungeon. It's got some more work to be done over time, but for now it's pretty credible bonsai. It also goes by the English translation of bungeon is literati. Bungeon means learned person. So it comes from the Chinese word that means that. Those people who were kind of in the academic realm way back when in China and Japan, who would create these sinuous, tall, very artistic looking trees. So it turned out pretty good. Come over here to the left. This is another one I've been working on recently. This is a sunshine ligustrum, one that I dug out of my yard. You can see it's got a really big see if I can show you with my hand. It's got a pretty big root base. I don't know, it must be about 6 or 7 inches across, something like that, and nice multi-trunk form, sort of semi-cascade that I've been working on with this one. It's all wired up right now, but hopefully in a couple of months I can remove the wires and it'll grow out a lot more leaves and be show ready. We'll see. Here's a Let me stop right here for a second. You can kind of see how I laid out the platforms, the pedestals, and a couple of benches at the back. That painting, by the way, anytime that I have somebody over and teach them how to do bonsai, I have them paint their tree afterwards, so I have a little memory of what their tree looked like in that day. Also on the left, the strip says Chii Mori. That's the name of my Japanese garden, which spans this whole backyard area. I won't do the tour of that today, but just kind of give you a quick pan around. Hi, Willow. There's one of my dogs, Willow, all the way back around. We will walk back down and see the bonsai grow beds and the greenhouse momentarily. So, all right. So coming on through here, this is a dwarf gardenia. Been working on for a couple of years. It's coming along pretty well. Over here behind me is a Florida maple. Grow here in the south pretty well. It's got a pretty cool form, no leaves right now, obviously, since it's winter. And then a forsythia over here. Should be blooming pretty soon. They usually bloom in February, so it's already got some green buds coming out, popping out. You can see some of those. And back over this way, a silverberry. Another one that I took out of my yard that had a really nice root base, so good trunk on it. I've been training it for, I don't know, a year or so. And then next to it, I really love this tree. This is a Figo magnolia. It's a type of magnolia. Got it at a local nursery. Really beautiful tree. Blooms, these beautiful little cream colored blooms with purple veining, and they smell like bananas. It's also known as the banana shrub. Back over here is an Alberta spruce, dwarf Alberta spruce. It'll kind of turn into a semi-cascade. Next to it, Japanese maple. This is a coral bark maple. It's a pretty good size too. If you can see the 6 or 7 inch nebari on that. So pretty nice tree. Still Gonna hopefully be leafing out in maybe early March, I think. Let me step back. I think I'll just go around this way because I've got this cool log thing here behind me. This is another gardenia. This is a standard gardenia. Puts on some beautiful blooms, but it's kind of got a double trunk form, which is really pleasing. This is a cool one. One that I Yamadori'd down where my parents live in Crenshaw County. They run about 70 acres. There's a lot of eastern red cedar or Juniperus virginiana, so lots of those around. Pretty cool, planted on this piece of driftwood with a fern and a rock and stuff. So I've been training it recently, so it's trimmed down pretty sparsely at the moment. In the spring it should leaf out a lot more and fill out some more. So, but really cool shape. It's a very sinuous form. Back here on the benches I have a little blueberry forest over here, and then a dawn redwood growing here that I've had for a few years. Got that one from Brussels Bonsai. Great place. And I'll just go over to the other bench real quick. This is a sawtooth oak. Got a bunch of the branches bent down right now. Hopefully it'll leaf out in the next couple of months and be nice. And these are some ground layer Formosa azaleas that I got from my shrubs out front. They had ground layered, and pulled them up, and I'm going to try to turn them into a forest over time. Got to give them a few years to really root in, and then I can start bending and training them into a forest, which should be pretty cool. Then here is another Formosa azalea. This is one that I dug up 10 years ago from that same bank of azalea bushes, so I Yamadori'd it or Yardadori'd it. You can see it's got a really nice, beautiful nebari. So, and I love how it leans and just kind of flows and stuff, and it'll bloom pink flowers all over in the spring and be really beautiful. It's a great tree. I love it. It's one of my favorites. This was another really cool one. Got it planted on a piece of slate rock. This is a gold flame spirea. You can see kind of how, how it grows and stuff, and the nebari is just so cool. I mean, look at that, the roots just coming down over that mound of earth. Looks really neat, and it comes out with these really beautiful leaves in the springtime that are red and gold and orange, and then they'll turn bright green, and then it blooms these purple flower clusters all over. It's just a gorgeous plant. This is a jasmine, a star jasmine that I've been turning into a cascade. So it's really pretty when it blooms, and it smells wonderful in the spring. It has little white flowers all over and just smells so good. And here we are back at the Figo Magnolia. So I'm going to turn back this way. We're going to go back down the hill a little bit. Sorry, I know this video is getting a little bit long, so I'll try to wrap it up here pretty quickly. But down here, I just added these raised beds this winter. One of them, this one right here, is just going to be an herb garden kind of off our kitchen there. And then this one is a bonsai grow bed. So I've taken several of my plants and put them in these colanders, these plastic colanders, and just kind of buried them in the soil in this bed to let them grow for about 4 or 5 years, to thicken up their trunks and just let them grow real healthy and strong with lots of roots, and turn them into some nicer trees. So several interesting trees, including a couple of ginkgos. There's a ginkgo right there, and a hawthorn here, a reed spirea back there. So a few other things, some southern or winged elms and such too. And then over here, I'll show you this really cool bonsai forest that I did out of Yamadori trees from where my parents live, down in that 70 acres I was talking about. You kind of do a little fly in here. You can get an idea of just how interesting this looks. You go around and just kind of do a little 360 sort of view, but turned out really good. So pretty neat forest group there. And then here's my greenhouse. Has a few plants down below and still and up on the top. It was just completely stuffed with all those other trees that I just showed you out in the bonsai garden. So now I've got it a little bit more emptied out, so I can spread these out and let them kind of grow as starting to kind of warm up towards spring here in February. So yeah, there it is. And I am going to go just back up this way just a moment and try to make this quick. And let's see, there's some more of the garden you can kind of see as we walk along. I'm going to go here beside this because I want to show you one more tree. It's up here by my rock garden, and it is a bald cypress, which I am really happy with. It's one of my larger trees and really beautiful one. I love it. I've been training it for, well, I don't know, 7 years or so, something like that. You can see this is a pretty massive tree. I have to back way out to see the whole thing. But yeah, so I'm kind of going a little bit closer so you can see the root base, and there's a little reservoir that I'll fill with water. Since this is a swamp tree, I got a little fisherman over here, so he'll be fishing in there when I fill it up with water later. And yeah, just a really beautiful tree. I'll show you. You can see, I mean, it's probably a good, I don't know, foot across from end of root to end of root. Large bonsai. So really love that one. But that's all. I'll pan over here to my rock garden. So, yeah, kind of one more little view of the garden, and then I'll turn it off, and there's back to another view of the bonsai garden. So hope you enjoy this. Have a great day.